Hello again, classy people, this is Josh the Top Hat Gamer, and this week I'm reviewing Massive Chalice. Double Fine Productions are no strangers to crowdfunding, utilizing Kickstarter to fund their adventure game Broken Age, and now Massive Chalice, a century-spanning, turn-based strategy game. Let's see how it turned out. Massive Chalice casts you, the player, as an immortal ruler of an unnamed nation whose life is tied to the titular Massive Chalice. The Chalice is a mystical relic of immense power that allows players to oversee their kingdom and protect the regions from the massing darkness known as the Cadence. The Chalice has the power to banish the Cadence from your kingdom, but it requires time to gather that power. 300 years or so, in fact. In that time, it's up to you to lead your heroes to ward off the Cadence, as well as ensuring that your heroes' bloodlines survive. You're not really given much more to go on than that, but the game's narrative comes more from your actions and the randomly generated events that occur through each playthrough. You decide which houses prosper and which perish. You decide which regions fall to the Cadence and which to protect. You even decide who inherits family heirlooms. The game's writing manages to keep things interesting, with a tongue-in-cheek style encompassing everything from gear and research descriptions to the dialogue from the Chalice. While there isn't much voice acting aside from the Chalice, the voice actors chosen for it are entertaining, providing an often light-hearted approach while still giving off a wise, mystical feeling. The soundtrack to Massive Chalice is pretty bland. When it's not mostly empty ambience, it's pretty generic fantasy fare. Victories and announcements are punctuated with a big percussion and piano flourish, but otherwise it's not overly memorable. Massive Chalice's visual style is colourful, and its character models are unique if a little bland. For the first few hours, the angular models of your nation's heroes are a nice approach, but after a while everyone looks the same. There are about 10 hairstyles, with less faces and only one body type for each gender. The game provides a neat touch by aging your heroes as time progresses, but considering everyone gets traits such as sickly or bare strength, it'd be nice to see these attributes reflected visually. The gameplay is largely reminiscent of other turn-based strategy titles like XCOM, with turn-based combat sections breaking up the organization-focused sections where you manage your heroes' bloodlines and your kingdom's research paths. The combat is pretty standard turn-based fare. You have 3 basic starting classes that represent standard fantasy archetypes. Caberjacks are close-range warriors, hunters are stealth-based rogues, and alchemists provide long-range area of effect attacks like mages. By mixing and matching different bloodlines, you gain access to subclasses with abilities from both parent classes. You get a varied selection of skill sets and abilities to choose from when taking on the Cadence, which is good because your enemy forces can bring just as much variety to the battlefield as you can. The Cadence brings a bunch of unique enemies to the table, and while it's not new to see monsters that rush you to self-destruct or sap your life force, the various dark beasts coming to destroy your kingdom also include monsters that age your heroes every time they attack, or force your heroes to lose their memories and experience. There are some very cool ideas here, and they wouldn't work half as well if the game wasn't dealing with multiple generations of heroes across the centuries. Having your heroes age 5 years by being attacked by wrinklers is a threat because their inevitable death by old age will come that much faster. See, it doesn't matter how well you strategize in combat, your heroes will die eventually. Though your heroes will die, the time you spend helping them level up and learn skills won't be wasted, as you can pass these on by making them a regent or partnering them with one so they can continue their bloodline. Higher leveled heroes will be able to teach their trainees before they come of age, meaning that they'll be of a similar skill level by the time they're able to join the fight. You can have other heroes retire to the Crucible where they provide a fixed amount of experience to your heroes each day, as well as possibly passing on traits. So, even though your vanguard of heroes will eventually be replaced one by one, utilizing your higher skilled heroes can make for a more powerful pool of heroes to choose from in the long run. Part of your long-term strategy is also investing time into research, whether that means creating new weapons or building more keeps to forge stronger bloodlines. You're given a fair amount of options to choose from, allowing players to bolster their ranks, their armory, or their nation as a whole by building sage rank guilds or crucibles to make use of experienced or insightful heroes. My only real caveat with the game is its lack of customization. At the beginning you have to choose which houses will represent your nation from a huge set list of either serious or comedic names, or a mixture of the two. They come complete with house banners and mottos, but you're unable to create your own, which is slightly disappointing. While the game still allows for excellent emergent storytelling opportunities, it misses the chance to get players easily invested by creating their own world with their own custom houses. As far as replayability goes, Massive Chalice doesn't provide many different modes, but its randomly generated events coupled with the amount of player choice when choosing how to grow your nation provides plenty of reasons to play the game through more than once. Plus, even on its normal difficulty setting, it provides a solid challenge, especially in the later stages where advanced versions of all enemies start rocking up at the same time. This game provides a decent bang for your buck. Massive Chalice provides a solid turn-based strategy experience while bringing some fun new ideas to the table. The concept of an immortal ruler forming and protecting their nation over the course of centuries is cool in theory, and Double Fine have done a great job tying this into the mechanics of the game. It's one of the few games of this sort that actually had me interested in the parts that came between each battle, whether it was by making me pair up regents with partners to ensure strong bloodlines, or passing down legendary weapons to deceased heroes' heirs. Massive Chalice gets the Top Hat Gamer rating of good. Though its presentation leaves a little something to be desired, and it doesn't allow for the same customization of heroes as, say, XCOM, Massive Chalice brings solid turn-based combat to the table, as well as some interesting ideas that utilize its century-spanning multi-generation concept. Fans of games like XCOM should find at least something to enjoy here, and no matter what platform you get it for, it's worth the small price of entry. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the review informative. If you missed last week's review on Splatoon or last week's edition of Tuesday Newsday, click the annotations. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to go breed my humans some more.